Hello and welcome to another episode of Beer Man's Noble Beer Reviews. Today I have another beer from Salud Cerveceria out of not Pittsburgh, Charlotte, North Carolina. This beer is called Sensaciones del Bloque. I know I butchered that pronunciation, so I do apologize. But that translates to block feeling. I guess the name of this is the name of a song from De La Ghetto. I just looked that up. I don't know anything about it. I'm not trying to say I know anything about it. But this is see there, it says Kviek IPA. It's an IPA fermented with Kviek yeast, 5% ABV. And yeah, that's all I got on it. I shouldn't say all of a sudden. There's an obvious reason for it, but Salud has started packaging and or canning a lot more of their offerings. You know, they've been making their own beer for a long time now, and they've probably, at least as far as I've lived here, they've probably only packaged like 7 beers maybe in almost 3 years. They've literally packaged 8 of them in the last 2 months, which of course is because of the pandemic and the fact that they have to do everything to go. But it's not like they're doing them in crowlers. They're actually doing them in cans with a legitimate label and everything. I mean, they do sell stuff in crowlers too, but I don't think they've made this before this time. Either way, I haven't had it before, so it's new for me. So I'm going to crack it open and see what we got here. And this Kviek yeast has been a really interesting thing for me, only because I've had beers made with it that I thought were fantastic, and I've had beers made with it that I thought were not very good at all. So I know it can, talking to people who are brewers who really know what they're doing, I've heard it can do wonders. Like it'll ferment something out super clean in like 3 days, which, you know, for a brewery that's trying to turn things over very quickly, that is a great thing. So you can see it pours a very, very cloudy, darker golden color with about a finger and a half worth of pretty fluffy white head. So the aroma is very citrusy. Lots of orange and lime. There is a little bit of like BO, oniony, like stinky character to it as well. But it smells pretty good overall. And I've had a good bit of their IPAs. I don't think I've had a Kviek one, but I actually think they're one of the best IPA brewers in Charlotte. They just don't package a lot of their stuff, so I don't do a lot of reviews for them. So I think it's pretty good for the most part, but it drinks way, way bigger than 5%, which I guess is a good thing on some points, because it's certainly not watery. It has a big, bold body. Definitely not watery. It's pretty soft, but it's also like boozy at the same time, which is just weird for a 5% beer. Or I should say that I'm perceiving it as booze. I'm guessing that it's something that generally would present itself as hop burn, but it's really not. It's not really burning the back of my tongue, though. It's just, I don't know. There's something about it that just reminds me of like the flavor of alcohol. It's kind of weird. I don't know that I've gotten that out of a 5% beer before. Maybe because I know. Oh, never mind. It looks like a sticker on there, and I swear some of the other ones were stickers, but that is not a sticker. That is on the label. So if it's actually on the label, I'm gonna make the assumption this is the ABV is legitimate. Um, and again, if this was 7-8%, that's not to say that it doesn't taste good. I'm just shocked that this is only 5%, and this is the body and the flavor that it has. For some people, it might be a good thing. I don't necessarily say it's a super negative, but I wouldn't say it's a positive either. It's good that it's not watery, but it shouldn't be like it shouldn't feel boozy at 5%. It does have a lot of lime and like orangey tangerine quality to it, which is nice. And there's my dog who just jumped on the table because he's crazy. Get down. Hey! This is Brooks. He was named after Brett Brooks, and he's crazy. Ugh. I apologize for that. I think I'm just thinking of how much this costs. I think it was $5. It was definitely cheaper, or a little bit cheaper, per 6 or 4-pack. I don't know. I'm kind of torn on this one because I really appreciate that it is like really full bodied for a 5% beer, because a lot of times you don't get that. But I guess it depends what you want. Sometimes you want something that's really full bodied, but you don't want to be intoxicated, which I've definitely been in those scenarios. But sometimes you want something that feels like it's 5% because it is 5%. So not only do you not want to be intoxicated, you don't want to be full either. And you don't want to feel like you're drinking something heavy where you're not going to go back and, take sips at a somewhat substantial pace. So this one really depends on what, at least for me, this depends on what type of mood I'm in and what type of setting I'm in. But overall, I do think it's pretty well made. So I'm going to give this one a buy because I could definitely think of scenarios where I'm like, I want to drink like a really nice, big, juicy IPA, but I don't want it to intoxicate me too quickly. And this would be a good beer for that. I don't know. This even though it's only 5%. I don't know that I wouldn't consider this a session beer because of how hefty it is. But in some situations, this would be definitely what I want, and I think it's really well made. So, and I can think of other scenarios where I would buy this again. So I'm going to give this a buy. But I think that's all I got on this one. Please like, comment, subscribe. Let me know what you think, and I look forward to doing the next one. Thanks.